Okay, I'm back. Okay, so we're going to do the presentation because it's already the post unboxing of these two horns, and these are from my friend Tucker from up in Sacramento. We played together in the Freelancer Alumni Corps, even though he was actually a freelancer, but I was a Velvetite, dogs and cats, rivals, all that kind of crap. But we're fast friends now. We trade a lot of notes, and we have a good time talking with each other and trading trombones. So here are the two horns that he gave me. I got him a really nice Con 77H that he just loves. Earlier we traded a 1305 tempo with a nickel bell, but that wasn't feeling too great to him, and I think we probably traded a few other things. But I still owe him a slide for his Getson and a Rudy Muck mouthpiece. But let's take a look at what he provided me. Okay. So as much as he likes olds, he decided to dump his two olds here. What the heck? Okay, his first one is a late. His first one here is a late 70s Olds Ambassador made in Fullerton, and it's in this great hard case. I mean, back in the 70s, they were putting them in these great hard cases. They weren't putting them in these little orangey cases like this, which they did for a long time. Latches are good, case is nice, and look at this. This is probably one of the more pristine looking Ambassadors. And I'm proud and happy to say that I've turned a few people onto the Olds Ambassador for the quality horn that it is, and that there's a glut of them out there. They're not all in very good shape, and if you do find them in good shape, they're worth $350, like this one. This one's in great shape. Look at this. So you can tell it's the late 70s because they started putting the the clamp on, screw on counterweight as opposed to the dangling soldered on counterweight they used to hang from up here. So this is a sign of the late 70s. But look at that. That's tuning slide's very good. The lacquer finish is fantastic. He said he bought this on Facebook Marketplace. There's a little bit of I don't know what you call that, sort of oxidation under the lacquer. But no, it looks good. Even the hand brace, there's very little wear on this hand brace. It looks so good. Okay, and then slide crook. I would call that immaculate. Pretty dang immaculate. So, and of course, 7.5 inch bell. And then they were doing the very simple stamped Olds Ambassador, Fullerton, California, near the end of Olds' career down here. No more of the ornate etching that used to be on the Olds. Now I've got about 6 or 7 LA Olds from pre-1953 that I'm going to be refurbishing and putting up for sale at some point in time in the future. But I got about 8 horns up now, and nobody's buying it. I'm kind of panicking just a little bit. So I need y'all, the community out there, to get my horn sold, because I'm not asking premium money for it. The only ones that I'm asking a good dollar for are the ones that aren't mine. They belong to my friends who asked me to sell them for them because they need the money, for various things, medical procedures, or they just, important stuff. For me, whatever I sell is just personal sustenance. I don't have a job. This is it. So support this old man and get my horn sold for me, okay? So yeah, this is probably one of the most beautiful Ambassadors I've ever seen. Thanks Tucker. Okay, let's see what else we got in here. Put this away, put it away properly. I put a handle on this one already. Okay, up next. So this looks, he had to add this on it because obviously the original handle broke. But I've seen these Olds a million times. You know, they have it's the vinyl with the imprinted Olds logo on it, on here. And it's got these, you know, lines, so when it lays on the side, it's not flat or getting wet. But this one's different because the aluminum, I guess, what do you call these? These fittings, they've been all painted gold. And I thought, well, that's interesting. I've never seen them gold. They've always been like nickel colored. Well, the reason why they're gold, my guess is because there's a premium horn in here. And here it is. So for a friend of mine, I'm going to say, you know, I got something you're really going to like. And then I'm going to say, here it is. So this is an Olds Super. This one looks like it might be made in the 60s. But this is also in fantastic shape. So, yeah, the lacquer's a little scratchy. That's not a problem, but for the most part, it's in amazing shape. You know, so let's take a look at the Super. Everything on this Super is either nickel or covered in nickel until you get to the Rayalloy. I believe it's the Rayalloy or just a red brass, one of the two. The Rayalloy was an alloy that Olds used on their Super, not their Supers, their recordings. I don't know that this is the Rayalloy. I'll have to do some research on it, but it certainly looks, it's copper colored, but I'm pretty sure it's a very red brass. And then it has, you know, the standard folded bead on here, and then it has the nickel crayons. And the letters in this one are stamped in. You can see that they're stamped. They're not etched, hand etched in like my 1940s and late 30s Supers are. So yeah, I'm kind of excited to play this one too. It's going to need a counterweight, and I know exactly where to get the perfect counterweight for these. It's not an Olds counterweight. There we go. Okay, that opened up. All right, just a little stuck because it's been sitting. But there's a music store in England called Thomann, and Thomann makes a generic, plain, unmarked counterweight that fits perfectly on these braces. So, yeah, this looks great. Great. Thanks, Tucker. Yeah, these are two really nice Olds here. So I've got a couple Supers. I'll be putting some up for sale. I just have to choose which one I want to keep. So, but yeah, this is fantastic. Yeah. So I forget what movie it was. There was a movie with a Native American in it, and he traded something with one of the, you know, frontiersmen or cowboys or something. In the movie, he looks forward and he goes, "Good trade." I don't know why I remember that. I still remember that. So I'm going to say that about this and the trade with Will Kelly. Good trade. Thanks, Will. Thanks, Tucker. This one's Tucker's. The previous one was Will's. Okay. Signing out for today's unboxing from Ron's Garage and trades. Yes, and I'm representing my Little Drum Corps Started Impulse and the Trooper Legacy Corps, which you know, they're up and going every year. So they just, after the big performance in 2023, they're now a sound sport group. So if you want an opportunity to play and get in uniform and do something fun with the Troopers, Trooper Legacy Corps. All right.